It's another day and the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Good morning, TGIF. I am Philip Simon. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Certainly, it is always a pleasure for us to be in your company, and it has certainly been a long week.
I think it's been an eventful week, actually.
Yeah?
So many things all around the world. I mean, from what's happening in the U.S. to, with Trump, and then that case with the, so many questions. Like you say, so many questions. And of course, locally, what a time. Oh, what a time yesterday, man.
Yeah,
The whole
Shanae.
nation was watching. Congratulations to you, Shanae. We're so proud.
Yes, certainly.
Amazing, right?
Congratulations, both her and her husband getting silver medals yesterday.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Oh man, what
yeah.
a sweet! I saw the picture floating around with both of them holding the flags, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
man.
special. That's
yeah,
special.
it is a special thing. And then, of course, tonight we get to cheer on Stephen Gardner, right? He runs
Was that?
tonight.
I think that's at 3:20 this afternoon, real time.
Okay.
3:20 yes, Eastern Standard Time, real time. Yeah.
Yeah, so that should
48, 47 seconds, and you miss it.
be. Yeah, right. That's it. Let's talk records. Let's go for 40.
Yeah.
Why not? No, but certainly we want to congratulate all of our athletes that took part in the World Championships. To put your body through that stress and the test of that is certainly a gift. And so we're so happy that we get to celebrate that gift with you. So again, congratulations to Shanae Miller and to the entire team, her coaches, her parents, and everyone.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And condolences on the flip side of it for, again, persons who would have lost family members this week. Just so much going on in our country as well. I mean, boy, we battle not against flesh and blood, right?
Boy. Phil, don't make me start preaching this morning
Oh,
because
my
there'll be too much
goodness.
going on.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
this is really is a trying time, and I think that so many of us, I saw my friend Kaylee Newton from Grand Bahama. She wrote about it the other day, and she talked about us either accepting things as they are, moving forward with a spirit of expectation, because it really is a challenging time. Last weekend, so many people that were lost in the storm are buried. One particular couple that many in Freeport know well were the owners of an establishment there, and had just gotten married in July, and so it's really as
So many
you
stories.
adjust to those stories and the things that people have faced, and just seeing so many people reach out, so many people still looking for jobs who are here in the capital now who evacuated, unable to work, and just don't have anything. And so I know our government is doing their part, and I'm sure that we'll see that as they get back
and
into
we need to
Parliament.
continue to do our parts
Yeah,
too. I mean,
but-
individually speaking, I think we all know somebody. I mean, who has experienced this. I mean, that shock is going to be there for a very long time, and we have to continue to be our brother's keepers. Right?
And I think the challenge too is that we often, and I know for me, it's been a reflection on, okay, so these are people that lost, how can we help? But there are so many that are helping, and they themselves need our prayers and support. If they've taken on a family, or if they now have family members that are living with them, that changes their budgets, their dynamics as well. And so all around there's adjustments. But I think this is the time that we're showing as best we can that we are brothers and sisters keeper,
Absolutely.
and just doing what we can.
Absolutely, yes. But new day.
Definitely, and
day.
a new show.
New show. We've got a lot lined up for you, as always here in Bahamas at Sunrise. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the Ministry of Education are back here on Sunrise. The two most important ministries in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I said so. The Fox Hill Old Scholars Association is also here. My people down Fox Hill, man, gotta love it.
I can say this, Phil. I was on the show for a few years before you, and certainly since Phil has come, Fox Hill will just be coming through. I don't know if it's just Phil being here or what, but always happy to have Fox Hill with us. So much of our history is right there in that community, and so
And that's the word right there, community, man. It's a special word. it's an impactful word, and if we practiced more of it, I mean, these headlines would change.
Yeah,
I mean,
they would.
They certainly
They
would
would.
change.
I mean,
we've got a long
and
ways to go, though.
I remember
Still.
talking with a young lady the other day, a phenomenal female entrepreneur, and she was just saying, nobody could love her like a Foxhill man. I said, okay then. I wouldn't share that experience.
And a
but
Foxhill
my
woman
husband
or a
went to school at
Foxhill
Foxhill,
gal,
so
we
maybe
start
that
singing up
counts.
in here this morning.
Listen, in addition to that, we're going to be talking with Alive about their Dorian relief efforts and some of the current promotions that they have going, so we're looking forward to that. The Nassau chapter of the Lynx is here. They've got an amazing gala coming up, and the funds from that gala are going to be dedicated toward building a home for the elderly in Grand Bahama. Really, they've seen the suffering of that group of people since the storm, and I'm so happy that they're going to be honoring them in this way. So that should be good.
And the Historical Society, the association, is celebrating 60 years, so Andrea is back.
Andrea is back.
I mean,
Always,
we've been
always
talking about
good
it
to talk
all
to her.
year, and it's here.
Yeah,
60
so
years.
we're going to be talking with her, and then you said Ministry of Youth was there, right? Because I saw my good friend Sandina Neely up there, and she's going to be talking with us about Youth Month. So, as you can tell, a very full show, an excellent show. We're going to get right into it, but we can't do any of that without taking a first look at weather with the G-Man himself, Godfrey Burnside.
It was hot this morning.
It was hot this morning.
hot this
I thought it was just me. Good to know.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star. Good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather at sunrise, surface charts will show that we do have some cloudiness across the southeast Bahamas. That's from some troughing, and will continue through the weekend. High pressure north of the islands will bring stable conditions across the northwestern islands. So today, we're looking at partly sunny, hot and humid with a chance of few showers over the northwest Bahamas, that includes Grand Bahama and New Providence. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms over the central and southeast Bahamas. The exumas go down to Inaugo, Megwana, high temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, a few clouds still on the warm side of the northwest Bahamas. A chance of a late night shower, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms over the central and southeastern islands. The low temperature going down to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 82 and 80. In Jamaica 83 and 74. In Trinidad 86 and 77. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 89 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta 95 and 71. In Raleigh 89 68. In Miami 88 and 78. Dallas, Texas 88 and 71. And Toronto, Canada 53 and 46. High pressure stays in place over the northwest Bahamas, troughing over the southeastern, central and southeastern islands. So partly sunny over the northwest, cloudy over the central and southeastern islands through the weekend with some showers and possible thunderstorms in the central and southeastern islands. Maybe a passing shower across the northwest Bahamas. The temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the mid to upper 70s. That puts you up in your first look at the weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Phil.
Make sure I look.
Thank you very much, Godfrey. We've started the segment already. We're with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Division of Youth. We're talking about globally connected and be locally focused. October's Youth Month.
Yes.
October's Youth Month. Sandina Neely, Youth Consultant at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, and Rashad Ritchie, a member of the National Youth Advisory Council. Good morning. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Good morning. Good morning, Bahamas.
You know, I you know me, I always get excited whenever we start talking about youth. But, you know, I saw a little bit of the schedule. Youth Month is going to be just, again, full, exciting, and of course, busy. Talk a little bit about it.
Yes, so under our theme, as you so aptly said, we are focusing on our global connections and we are also making sure that we're locally focused. And we have an aggressive schedule. Our events kick off tonight.
Tonight.
Yes, with one of our partners. You know, in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, we always partner with our various stakeholders. And DJ Godson is our stakeholder tonight with our annual Jesus in the Park event. Yes, and that's going to take place at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium at 7 p.m. It's completely free, international, Caribbean, local artists, just coming out to have a good time. And it takes the form of a hurricane relief effort this year.
So bring your things.
Yes.
And bring your offering.
Yes.
Bring your offering. You have throughout the month, I mean, of course, this is the first one. You know, I always like, you know, with Junior Achievement, we get on the March, and I believe the date has changed. That's towards the end of the month.
Yes.
But what are some of the other activities?
Well,
We're kicking off. We're starting off right with the Jesus in the Park. We also have our Youth Recognition Awards, or what we call National Youth Awards. That's going to be coming up. And
Is that still open for persons to? That's one where you nominate.
Yeah, where you nominate. You can nominate up to today.
Yes.
Today's
Okay.
the last day for nomination. And so we encourage persons, if you have not already nominated someone, especially youth leaders, nominate your young people within your organizations. And it's an opportunity to recognize them, to appreciate them for the hard work. You know, young people are so often unrecognized, and so this is the opportunity.
Yeah.
This is your month, an entire 30 days or 31 days,
31
just for you,
days.
just for you.
You know, some of us think we really still young, but is there a category for the ages for recognition?
Yes, so it's from 16 to 29
Okay,
years.
just missed it.
Anyone who's under 16, anyone who's under 16, we recognize them in our Rising Star category. And so we have various categories: community volunteerism, personal triumph stories, leadership, education, arts and culture, sports. There are any number of categories, and persons can go and nominate their young people. Website, celebrateteyouthbahamas.org.
Okay.
All the information is there.
All right, so that's still open. What is the other activities?
Well, we're putting a little twist on things this year. We have our Connect and Paint. That's an event that this is the first year that we are having it. It's going to be on the 12th of October, and so we're trying to put in some of the artistic aspects that young people so enjoy. A lot of people do sip and paint and etc., but we're doing Connect and Paint. And it's an opportunity for young persons to come and connect with one another, kind of network with one another.
Where's that going to be?
And that's going to be
At the Edmund Moxie Community Center.
Okay.
And this year we are hosting wards of the state. So we're being more inclusive.
Okay.
And so children from the children's home, they'll be enjoying that event. So that's a private event. That's not open to the public because we want to create a safe space for them. And they'll be sipping on pizza and sodas.
Right,
Yes.
absolutely. You know, it's the right kind of sipping we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, that center is on Blue Road, across from Super Value, for persons that don't know.
Okay, great. Youth in Parliament is back. It's still
Yes.
doing it? Yeah.
Youth in Parliament is going to take place. They have a whole week of events from October 22nd to the 25th. So they're going to receive some training, and they're also going to have some courtesy calls on the Governor General, the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Prime Minister, and then on Friday, October 25th, mark that date, save that date. They're going to be in Parliament. They're going to have a robust debate. They're going to represent all 39 constituencies, and it's going to be absolutely breathtaking to see these young people stand in the hallowed halls of Parliament.
290 years old.
It is storied.
Tenured democracy.
Yes, absolutely. So we're looking forward to receiving them. You know, they're going to be flying in from the Family Islands and joining those who are here in New Providence. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
So they normally debate, right? I mean,
yes.
Is there a particular topic that they're debating?
There is a particular topic. They're going to be doing two resolutions, one in the morning session, one in the afternoon session. The first topic will be climate change and natural disasters, and they're going to be giving their ideas on a national plan for our country. And the second topic they're going to be debating is social media and the whole aspect of cyberbullying and fake news that we so need to combat.
Ain't got enough time for that one.
Right. So these young people are going to come with their brilliant ideas on how we can combat climate change and natural disasters, especially in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. We want to hear what they have to say. They can come with innovative ideas. And of course, fake news is rampant. So we want people to think before you text, send, forward.
And that's also going to be televised. And so we just want to encourage everyone to tune in, make your way down in Parliament, fill out the gallery. Also, we're supposed to be having their photos and biographies on display.
Yes.
And so come
out
and,
be exciting.
And see the young people, see their faces, see where they're from, their backgrounds, and just give them your support.
It's always amazing to watch the development of young people over the years, to see from West. You can always tell, those ones who are going to be just extra special. And of course, the march itself is at the end of the month this time around.
So most years the march would be at the beginning. So it's been postponed from this Sunday, October 6th. We're now going to end off the month on Sunday, October 27th at 3 p.m. There'll be a short rally, and then we're going to take to the streets beginning at 3:30 from Clifford Park. All of the youth organizations, youth bands, and always we end off with the Junkanoo Rush Out. And so you can find all the information on our website again at Bahamas.org.
Okay.
All the information on the march, the rally, each of our
The
events.
awards, everything.
Absolutely.
Well, excellent. Listen, thank you so much for coming and starting it off again with on Bahamas at Sunrise. Sandina Neely, Youth Consultant, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, and Rashad Ritchie, member of the National Youth Advisory Council. Actually, talk a little bit more about the Advisory Council next time you're on.
Well, the Advisory Council is a cabinet-appointed council. It's created to advise the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture on national youth matters, youth policy. We work very closely with the Minister in terms of kind of devising ways that we can mitigate some of the issues that are facing youth, advising on some of the changes that need to be made with the programs within the Division of Youth, creating new programs, revamping programs. For example, the Be Inspired Entrepreneurship Program that has been relaunched, rebranded, and so that's currently going on, and we have been working with young people, helping them to start their dreams, giving them some micro funding, not millions of dollars, but we give them what we can, and just supporting young people, and so that's the role of the Advisory Council.
Well, we did it on this show. Thank you so much for, once again, coming back on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you so much
Looking
for
forward to
having
all the
us.
events and activities
Yes.
this month. All right. Watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence, every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want first response on your side, call 32-FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First response can't prevent an accident from happening.
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. The Bahamas Historical Society was founded on October 5th, 1959. That's 60 years ago tomorrow, Saturday. And certainly a round of applause is well deserved. And they'll be hosting a ceremony and open house on Saturday under the theme Preserving and Perpetuating the History of the Bahamas. Here to talk with us, we're very happy to welcome her back. Always good to have her. Andrea Major, she, as you know, is the president of the Bahamas Historical Society. And she's brought Dr. Grace Turner, who's an archaeologist and a research consultant with the Antiquities and Monuments Museum Corporation. Ladies, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Good morning.
A pleasure to have you with us. You two beacons, or two guides of our history,
Yes.
and which is something to be honored and respected.
Absolutely. And perpetuated.
Yeah, certainly. Because 60 years of this museum, that extends beyond the time of our independence, really.
Yes. Oh, yeah. 1959.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so certainly to have had and to be able to cherish and honor all the knowledge in that space is a beautiful thing. And we get to enjoy that with you this Saturday, right?
Yes, and we applaud all the people who've kept it alive from the very beginning. 30 people got together and saw the need to preserve and to showcase Bahamian history.
Okay.
And so from that time to this time, we've been standing on their shoulders, building on what they started, and we'll continue to do that. So we hope that younger people will come up and they can stand on our shoulders, and we'll continue to have the history and the Bahamas Historical Society going on for another 60 years.
Yeah, and beyond.
And beyond. But
and
what
beyond.
we're doing, as you mentioned, this Saturday, we are going to have an open house. Now, in the aftermath of Dorian, there was so much, and still, we empathize and we sympathize and we feel, because we have family members and friends who are displaced, and some people lost their lives.
Yeah.
And as I was laying on the couches, we were just like, okay, just relax. And I'm like, no, we're 60, we're celebrating.
Okay.
It's going to be, no matter what, we're opening up to the public. Let the people come in, let them see what we do, who we are. Come celebrate us on Saturday, October the 5th at the Bahamas Historical Society. See all of the exhibits, the history chronologically laid out before you, as well as some new history interspersed. We're going to have some entertainment, we're going to have some talks, and we're going to have some tours. So bring your children. From 2 to 3, we're going to have the like a formal ceremony, and you're going to hear all about us. And then from 3 to 5, we'll have the open house. So you can do the tours, you can ask questions, and you could just sit and just enjoy the atmosphere.
Certainly, certainly. I mean, it really is something that ought to be celebrated. And
Yes.
I think for us, especially post-hurricane, it's been this kind of topsy-turvy concept. Do we celebrate when so many are mourning?
Yes.
And yet I think the point of the mourning is for us to remind ourselves that we must celebrate because we don't know
to
when we
move
won't
on.
be here anymore,
Yes.
And so yes, congratulations to you
Yes.
on that, and we're inviting the public to come out and join you at those times,
Yes.
2 to 3 for the opening ceremony, and then 3 to 5 for the open tours.
Right.
Now the tours that they will be seeing are a result of your work, right, with the AMMC, and it's not necessarily that they belong to the AMMC, but there has been this shared love of history between both groups. So talk to me about the relationship and the tour exhibit that people will see.
Okay. Well, at the AMMC, we are mandated to preserve, protect, educate, display Bahamian history, heritage, and culture in all its aspects. So we have an overlap with the Historical Society. And in the past, myself and the current acting director of the AMMC, we have been involved with the Historical Society as members and in developing their museum exhibits, because currently the Historical Society's museum is the only museum on New Providence that gives a general overview of Bahamian history. It doesn't specialize like the Pompeii Museum, Balcony House. So it's an overview. And over the years, their members had donated a number of artifacts, objects, maps, paintings, and so they have a fascinating collection. And they have been grouped together in broad general themes that covers Bahamian history from the Lucayans, who were our original inhabitants, through the Lutheran adventurers, groups like the Loyalists, all of the slaves coming in, some very interesting tidbits and information in there up to the very modern period. So it's very interesting.
And that's good. I mean, I'm happy we're having this conversation because, some Bahamians who have the opportunity to travel abroad, they look forward to going to the Met, or they look forward to seeing other museums in other places. But I don't know how many of us have actually gone to our own museum to see our history presented that way. So this is exciting to know that those exhibits are aligned that way.
People come from around the world to the museum. Many of them, for the first time, this is the first time they've been to the Bahamas. So we like to give them a comprehensive overview of what the Bahamas is all about. And so there are many things that are not on exhibit that we show them. We have some pictures and so forth, because the museum is set up, and the way we import the history is through photographs, art, documentation, artifacts, eco-facts, and of course, a lot of pictures. Newspaper clippings, books, and so there's some, like when you come to the Pirates, we have some information there for you to read. When you come to the Loyalists, we have a list there of the names of the Loyalists, what lands they got, and which islands.
That's interesting.
And so many times I tell people, go look for your name.
Yeah, genealogy, right? And a lot of us don't even think about that. But for people who are also into Ancestry.com and that sort of thing, this is a good way from a Bahamian perspective to learn more about who you are. Now, you guys have also produced lectures and journals, correct?
Yes, this is our 40th year. This is the 41st journal, but the 40th year that we've been publishing the Bahamas Historical Journal.
Excellent.
And so it's been continuous, so that alone is commendable. And Grace is also co-editor this year of the journal.
And so what are some of the stories coming out of the journal this year?
This year, well, there is an article about the struggle to develop Nassau. We know Nassau as a thriving, vibrant modern city, but it's over 300 years old, and it has had some major struggles. It was not always as prosperous.
Okay.
And that article goes through that process over time, and there were some other ones. There's one on the development of gospel music in the Bahamas.
Interesting.
Over time. So sometimes we think of these things and we don't think of them on an historical timeline. And when you do that, just as you said, it's interesting, and sometimes you recognize these people, these events and things, and you realize you have a closer attachment than you previously may have thought.
I think it's, I just want to encourage people to come out, because I know for me, I was reading a book by Alfred Sayers about a year ago, and just being able to recognize the names in that book, in those spaces, for so many of us who've been educated in our system, because it is colonial in nature, the stories that we see are told from a different perspective, and they're exciting and they expand your mind, but it's so good to see something familiar that you know and that you can celebrate and honor. So we want to encourage people, of course, to come out again this Saturday, and people can book tours, right? If they're unavailable this Saturday for groups, for schools, they can contact you?
They can call the museum, book school tours. We know school is back in. Book some school tours. We need volunteers, so people out there listening, we really need some more volunteers. The more volunteers we have, the more we can do for the public. And of course, we thank all the presidents. As I say, Dr. Gail Sanders was the longest serving president. Our longest serving volunteer is Miss Dorothea Foster. And she's still going in her 80s. Yeah, still there. And so we encourage more people to come. Also, we encourage you to become members of the Bahamas Historical Society. Support us. We're celebrating 60 years. If you want to give us a donation of $60, we'll take it. If you come out on Saturday and you want to give us a donation, bravo! And we love the international community to come and assist us. We need to upgrade our programs, our building, and of course, the more you help us, the more we can continue to preserve and perpetuate the history of the Bahamas.
Well, ladies, we want to thank you so much for, like I said, kind of being guardians of our history in this sense, and leaving something for us to inherit and to see, and we celebrate with you. So thanks again for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Don't miss The Financial Voice, October 9th at 8 p.m. at the Harry Seymour Library. The free event is being held under the theme Tourism and Jobs, a better future for all. Panelists include Carlton Russell, Kerry Fountain, Rupert Pinder, Chandler Sands, and Vaughn Moss. Our host is Carlos Mackey. Come join us or watch us live on cable channel 212.
I started in 1974 with the first-born Bahamian principal, Dr. John Knowles. I got a call from Ms. Linda Burrows at the Ministry of Education, and she said, Mary, how would you like to work at the College of the Bahamas, because we're bringing the college into existence? So I said, yes. I am overjoyed because I've made it to the university. That was something to be proud about, because I've seen all the changes from college to university. We can compare ourselves with any university from day one. From we started, the standard was so great. I am Mary Major Russell, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
How are we making Rev work wonders for you? We are doing it together. You told us what you want, and we've heard you. Want faster broadband? How about speeds up to 1 gigabit per second? Want shorter house calls? 2 hours max. We promise. Want to take your entertainment anywhere? Well, your Rev Go Play app is here. Rev, we've heard you. You speak, we listen. Rev, you and us together.
Welcome back to the show. The Ministry of Education has responsibility for over 50,000 students, over 200 educational institutions spread across 11 districts of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Here to give us an update on the South Central Bahamas District is Jerome Forbes. He's the District Superintendent for the South Central Bahamas District of the Ministry of Education. My brother, good morning.
Good morning, good
Welcome
morning.
to Bahamas at Sunrise.
A pleasure being on this historical show.
Yeah, you know, I was pulling your leg earlier when you came in, you know, just dapper at it. If you guys can just see all of this in person. I'm like, man, this can't be every single day, man. You did this just for Bahamas at Sunrise.
Well, you know, you have to sometimes dress for the occasion.
Dress for the
And being on a historical show like this, I see it
man.
fitting to dress for this occasion.
Thank you so much, man.
Right.
Thank you so much. So there used to be 14 districts spread
Right.
across the Commonwealth, but now it's just one.
Just
Now it's
11.
just 11.
Right.
3 of them have been amalgamated into the South Central.
South Central Bahamas.
Okay. Describe that particular district to us.
Like what we're doing at the Ministry of Education, for the Central and Southern Bahamas Islands, we noticed that those islands are similar.
Okay.
This is the original Maikal district, which included Meguana, Inagua, Crooked Island Islands, and Long Key. The Kid Island, Rum Keys, and Salvador district, and the South Andres and Mango Key district.
Okay.
We would have combined these 3 districts to become one.
Okay. Okay.
We did that with the understanding that these islands share similar challenges. We know that these islands, the population seems to be diminishing somewhat.
Okay.
And we have to now, in order to motivate these students in these islands, we have to now offer more.
Okay.
So these islands are now saved from New Providence by myself, where I'm able to do professional development with these teachers on a consistent basis, where we're able to now gather insights, best practices from different islands, and share them with islands that are experiencing similar challenges.
So that's kind of like the role of a district superintendent. That's
right.
Okay.
Like, so if we see something good that's happening in Meguana, I would want to share that with the school in St. Andrews, because the school in St. Andrews is similar in somewhat to the school in Meguana. And so we're looking at ways that we can partner with the stakeholders on these various islands to be able to give the students on these islands the same level of education that the students in New Providence would get.
So you partner primarily with the teachers, or the institutions directly, or?
I partner with the teachers, the institutions directly, the principals.
Okay.
We partner with the local practitioners. Okay. Because the ideal thing about these islands was that I would have served on these islands as an educator sometime in my career. And so what I'm doing is partnering with the local government practitioners, the PTA boards, the school boards, the administrators, and finding ways and means that we can now do more for the students that attend the schools on these various islands.
When you say do more, what's the overriding goal? You know, not just for the South Central District, but I would imagine, well, obviously the ministry in general,
right.
but
we have an ambitious goal that by the year 2030, we want to have an 85% graduation rate. Okay. And so this encompasses every district.
Okay. Where are we now with that?
We at an increased, we're now at 65%, somewhere around there. So we are not far from the mark, but we're looking at ways that we can increase this graduation rate. And so what we would have done this school year, we would have started the virtual school. And by doing that, we're now able to offer more subjects to the students on these various islands. Because I mentioned to you, the populations in the schools have diminished over the years. Where once the school had 100 students, the school is now down to 30 students or 25 students. And these students deserve to have all of their subjects. But we may not be able to send 15 teachers to Meguana.
Do you think that reduction is due to either a shift in the population, or maybe just a shift in how students are learning? I mean, you hear a lot about homeschooling as well. This technology. I mean, what do you think contributes to that reduction in class?
The movement of people away from the family islands as they graduate from high school, they seek opportunities elsewhere in New Providence. And when they do come, they stay.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we are trying, and then, you know, they leave, or this parents, sometimes they send their children back to be with their grandparents. And so schools will always be on these islands. And it's important that every student deserves quality education. And so to be able to give these students that quality education, we are implementing various strategies implementing different best practices to be able to reach these students. Because, this month, we celebrate World Teachers Day on the 7th. And the theme for this year, internationally, is Young Teachers, the future of the profession. Because I think that as we look at teaching profession in general, we notice that teaching is not a profession where when you graduate, you can just go directly into the classroom as a monitor, like back in the day. So you might have 10 students graduating from a school, and 5 of them maybe would have passed their BJCs back in the GCEs. They can go from grade 12 straight into the classroom, become a monitor, then you do some training later on. Now we have young people who go to college, and there's so much other professions that they could choose from. That teaching may sometimes, in some instances, just be a stepping stone for some. Teaching may be a choice for others. And so we're not getting the large volumes of persons that we once got in the profession. And so since we're not getting the numbers we once get, we realize that we're not going to have the personnel that we can now send 20 teachers to every island.
So you have to change the style of the delivery.
Right. So that's why with technology comes in to bridge that gap. And so we're going to be focusing on the young teachers. And this being National Youth Month, it's ideal that we give those young teachers opportunities to participate within their family island communities as we roll out these ideas.
Well, it's good. I mean, obviously that speaks to some of the challenges, but also some of the opportunities. Certainly we had a major challenge, last month relative to Dorian. Has that impacted your district as well?
We had a few students that would have came to the family islands who have families there. But in terms of impact, we as one country still is a way trying to assist the best way we can, because it affected us all. So we're trying our best to do what we can do as family island schools to be able to assist Grand Bab and Abaco in the recovery process.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Jerome. A pleasure having you on Bahamas at Sunrise. Looks like your first time. You've been an educator for a very long time.
Thank you.
Continue to excel
in
the leadership position.
Thank you.
Watching Bahamas at Sunrise, we've been with Jerome Forbes, District Superintendent for the South Central Bahamas District at the Ministry of Education. We'll be right back.
Wait, that's Omar Little from The Wire. You think everyone is Omar from The Wire?
Wow, it's really nice to meet a fan.
It's like he's right here. I telling you he's being all type shows and stuff?
And Rev Go Play plays a lot of good movies and TV shows.
Excuse me, can't you see we're watching something else? Rude.
Settle all your pop culture disputes with RevGo Play. Watch, record, and stream all your favorite shows wherever you are. Free for all Rev TV subscribers. Rev, you and us together.
So who really own the Nassau Container Port?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do.
Thank you.
I do.
I do. And one day, he will too.
I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
I still can't believe that.
We're back, guys. They didn't tell us, so we didn't know. But hey, good to see you.
Listen, the show always goes on, whether it's live in front of you or not. We always have a good time here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
We do. More to come in the second half of the show. The first half was pretty good.
You know, and I wasn't even joking when I said the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the Ministry of Education, to me, are the most important ministries in the Commonwealth of Bahamas. A lot of work. See, we're talking about growth and national development. You cannot start that conversation without directing attention and focus on our youth.
Yeah, certainly. I think our youth, and I've been saying it since I was a Commonwealth Youth Ambassador, is that our youth are our most important resource, right? Because they are what the future lies in. And quite frankly, they're the present in many ways, directing conversations like climate change, et cetera. Innovation, creativity, it all comes from them. And so certainly it's good to see them back, another Youth Month, another set of things happening. What they'll be debating in Parliament related to climate change and to hurricanes are incredibly
and social media,
relevant.
that's an interesting topic as well. You know, when we had the Speaker of the House on, was that this
That was
week?
Monday.
Jeez, okay, seems so long ago, but anyway, and we're talking about the impact of social media even in, well, obviously it's impacting democracies across the world, but the systems of democracy, I mean, it's just powerful.
No, it is incredibly powerful, and I tell people, if you take a look at all of the revolutions that have happened, right? So we moved into a very agricultural society, we turned that into an industrial revolution, and at the change from agriculture to industrial, there was a shift from monarchies as we knew them into more independent systems with people working in factories and saying, I need to have rights as a worker, and therefore I should have rights in the government system. And so what we're going to see, in my opinion, as we see this shift in social media and we move from an industrial revolution to a technological revolution, is we're also going to have to see some shifts in our government systems and the way that they work. And we're already seeing that in this call for transparency and in this call for people to respond right away. The clips are shared immediately from newscasters. They go viral right away. And so the responses that our government has to now give, they have to be more responsible with their words. They have to be more accountable. And we're going to see that continue to happen the more social media is at play.
No doubt about it. I mean, you can impact the world from exactly where you sit.
Yeah, and we get to sit in front of you. We got more impact coming on the second half. We've got a live with us, and we've got the Alive Weekend calendar coming up.
Yeah, I saw Gravette. Morning, Gravette. Saw Gravette downstairs, and Julian, believe.
Yeah,
my
they're here
good
together.
friend. Boy, listen, Julian used to be a baller. Actually, he's still a baller.
Yeah, man, he's still a
Carrie's in here
baller.
shaking his head saying, no, man. Listen, Julian, just...
We could do a challenge, but that's another conversation for another day. Nassau Chapter, the links is here as well, and they're going to be talking about the home that they've got. So stay with us before we get to any of that. I miss Fox
Scholars
Hill?
Association.
Oh my gosh, how dare
coming
I?
up next. Godfrey, you know the thing? You know the thing?
And so we've got all of that ahead for you. We're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at sunrise. Brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Expect your next low tide will be at 6:41 this evening. High gain tomorrow morning at 35 minutes past midnight. Sunset at 5:52 this evening. Rises more at 7:03. UV index 8. Your water temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Early moon phase first quarter. Extended left. Partly sunny skies with a chance of showers for the northwest Bahamas. Cloudy skies with showers and thunderstorms across the central and southeastern islands. Though temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the upper 70s. That puts from your fun looking weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. I want to say a very special good morning to my cameraman, Tucker, who I'm seeing for the first time today. Good morning, Tucker. I hope you're having a good one. Listen, I'm so excited because I am talking with, I represent the councils at this moment. I'm talking with one of the best telecommunications corporations in the Bahamas, but certainly Alive has proven themselves in this storm to be a valuable asset, literally in saving lives as a result of this network. And so I'm so incredibly happy to be doing this interview with their Chief Commercial Officer, Gravette Brown, who is here along with our good friend, Julian Thompson. Always love when Julian's in the house because that means something musical is happening. And so we're going to learn more with them this morning. Not only have they been in the midst of the storm, and as I said, literally responsible for saving lives, but now post-storm, they want to make sure that they're continuing to hold us in the spirit that we're in and to make a difference as well. So gentlemen and lady, good morning. Welcome to Bahamas and Sunrise.
Good morning.
Gravette, congratulations to you and your team. It is just, you saved lives. I mean, literally, people who had your service were able to call for help at times when they might not have made it. And so, what does that feel like?
I mean, I have to give all of the gratitude to our awesome engineering team who really worked above and beyond to make sure the Bahamians were covered. I mean, we were able in Marsh Harbor, and everybody knows what happened in Abaco, we were able to keep service up in Marsh Harbor. And even, during the storm, and even though right after we had a couple of down days, we were able to get up as quickly as possible. We restored this network, Star, in 16 days.
Wow.
Abaco and Grand Bahama, and that meant people were working non-stop, and everyone from Damien to our, all of our engineering teams. We had help obviously from Rev, but I mean, people were locked in for like a week just here in Nassau, in addition to the teams on the ground, like locked in to our offices, sleeping there, air mattresses, because we understood how critical it was for people to have their phone lines restored as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So that was, I would be remiss to not give it to them. Our customer care line, we had people from Grand Bahama, we moved our customer care line from Grand Bahama to Nassau so that we could maintain consistency. We had it's a specialized task, so not everybody can do it. We had a team of 12 people who were working 12-hour shifts, even as their families were going through the storm, just during the time, but just dedicated. And that customer care line was so much more than just, is my service on or off? It was a lifeline. We were able to connect people with emergency responders because, so many of the lines were congested. We were able to give some, people just a voice to hear on the phone, if they were stuck, if they were, at a loss as to what to do next. And so we just all feel that's so incredibly, it's so less about us and just about what we were able to do for the country and how we were able to help people and how people just went above and beyond. I mean, frankly, I've just been, talking my head off on, the radio with our social media ambassadors, just sending out messages from Ministry of Health, from NEMA, just making sure people got the information they needed and just knowing when we would be up and running. But no, I mean, we were able to get all of our services up and running across Grand Bahama, across Abaco and the Keys in really record time. And we're happy for that.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you stories, and obviously we don't have enough time, but just so many people on the ground that I've spoken with that just have said this made the difference for me. And a friend of mine who we couldn't reach in Abaco and hadn't a live phone, but was using that to just walked from community to community, just kept people connected. It really speaks volumes to the company. And now you guys are continuing. Talk to me about this Together initiative and kind of what that looks like.
Yeah, so we just thought, what can we do? As we consider ourselves more than a telecommunications company, also as a technology company. What can we do to make fundraising really have impact? And we just thought, well, we have a whole suite of digital solutions that we've been working on over the last year, and we just thought we can really work on a fundraising aggregator. And the funny or not funny thing is we've been working on this for 18 months.
Okay.
Because, of course, I mean, this is a bit revolutionary for the Bahamas, all the banking procedures and things we had to go through. We found an excellent partner in First Caribbean, who was really the only bank who's really willing to kind of take this innovative step with us and work on getting this done. And so what we've done, together.bealive.com, is just a fundraising aggregator. And we're not creating a new charity. We are just facilitating charities that already exist with their fundraising goals. So it means now instead of using a GoFundMe account in the U.S. and then having all that issue of repatriating funds back to the Bahamas, you can just go to one-stop shop. You can find all the charities and nonprofits in the Bahamas, and you can donate with your credit card. It means you have access to people in the Bahamas and you have access to people abroad.
Wow, that is awesome. That is,
Okay.
and we've been looking for something like that, right? I mean,
Exactly.
Obviously
So-
everybody's trying the GoFundMe thing, but it has complications
It has
if you're not in the United
complications.
States.
It has complications
Mhm.
about, the U.S. issues, just the tax issues
Mhm.
there, the repatriation of funds, and the fraud issues.
Mhm.
So what we've done is that in order to be on this website, you have to be a registered nonprofit in the Bahamas. It's
Mhm.
very rigorous.
Mhm.
So it means that, and it's beyond storm relief. If you
Mhm.
want to start campaigns, if you have medical issues, you can get one of the organizations that you're affiliated with, your church, your school, etc., to set up a campaign for you on that page and raise funds.
Excellent.
And so it just gives people a lot more clarity, a lot more transparency. We're also able to showcase after the fact, how those funds were used. If you're building a roof for your school or
Mhm.
you're building your community hall for your church, you can have the picture. It just makes it a lot closer. It facilitates fundraising. It gives more transparency. Bahamians are very generous people, as we've seen
Yeah,
during the storm. One of the
definitely.
greatest stories about this storm, and as we talk about, why we worked on this project with Julian,
Mhm.
is just like the hope and resiliency that
Mhm.
came out of it, the collaborative spirit.
Mhm.
And this is one of the things that was really important to us as a team, our commercial marketing team. We're always trying to push the envelope. And one of the things that was very important to me, just to showcase that, Bahamians give.
Yeah.
Like we give.
Yeah,
we
do.
And we don't know, and sometimes I think we downgrade ourselves because we don't talk about, we don't realize people are giving, you're supporting family members in school, with their school fees abroad, like
Mhm.
here, to build this house, to do that thing, to help with medical expenses. So things like together also allow you to see here are all the things I give to.
Wow.
Between my church, my community, my et cetera. I see all of the things that I give. I see all the things that I'm doing.
Awesome. And then the other thing that I think people can give, and Julian, you're going to share with us on this, is your talent, right? Like the fact that talent means something and there's much that can be done with it. So talk to me about this initiative that you've worked on with Alive to kind of bring hope to people.
Right after the storm, I've had a significant amount of friends and colleagues between Abaco and Grand Bahama, two islands I frequent a whole lot. And, I just noticed the morale of a lot of them were very low. And we've seen the donations come in, which was a great thing to be able to have. So we're very grateful to everyone that's been donating to the app, Together.Be-Alive, of course. But you wanted to lift their spirits. And what better way than music? And, listening to the radio, I noticed everyone was playing We Are the World. And, of course, it's a classic song that is over 25 years old. And I was like, okay, what can we do on our side to further empower our brothers and sisters and my friends? And, so Gravette and her whole team, we came up with the concept of being able to create this song and campaign called I Believe in You.
Okay.
And it's about us still showing that, listen, we got your back, we're here for you, and we're going to ride this storm out, whatever that storm may be in your life, together. And we call in some of our partners. So we have artists like Marsha Montano, Skinny Fabulous, Allison Hines. We have Cecile from Jamaica. We got Nehemiah here. We have Rick Carey. We have Judah the Lion, Shabak, Terlin. Everyone just came together to create the We Are the World of the Caribbean now.
Okay.
And it's a real privilege to stand here today or sit there and be able to share this on behalf of Alive and myself, and just really, let the Bahamas know we have something special coming for them. And this is another part of the healing process for our brothers and sisters who were affected. So it's humbling to see the outpour of love and, to see the way the world has responded to us. And because there's such a spotlight on the Bahamas now, I think the creatives, we have a responsibility to present our gifts and our talents so the world can notice it. There's no better time than now to be alive and to be able to do what we're doing. And I'm very grateful for Alive, who decided to take a chance on this entire project and be one of the leaders in creating a paradigm shift for the arts and entertainment sector. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. So, Julia, we can find the song online, or has it been released yet? I want to hear it now.
So tomorrow is the big day.
Okay.
All right. Tomorrow is the big day. We're doing an exclusive event at Fusion.
Okay.
Between 6 and 9. So
Okay.
I would definitely encourage all my friends, all my supporters, anyone who support Alive, to come and see this video.
Okay.
And come on next week, Monday, it'll be available for download.
Okay.
And we're working out now to have every download go to the
Yeah.
charity.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so This is a marathon for us, and we're here every step of the way.
Excellent. Listen, thank you guys so much.
And this came together in record time also.
Yes.
I mean,
Trust.
everyone, like Julian had the song, I was like, love it, can we get more people on it? And they all contributed like just over the course of a weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
This music video, we called on one of our partners, we sold him on the idea, and we're like, yeah, and so by the way, can you do this in 2 days? And he's like, you know, and but he's doing it, and so yeah, tomorrow night is going to be really special. The Edge at Fusion, 6 p.m. The song is beautiful. The song is amazing, and you're going to, everybody's going to love it.
Listen, thanks again. I mean, Gravette, you guys know, and I've spent time with Alive, so you know how I feel about you. The innovation, as you said, the support for artistry, right, which has the power to just shift so many things for so many people. And again, for being alive as a result of this network, we're just grateful. So thank you, and thank you to your entire team.
And thank you to the public.
Thank you. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. It's only right that we continue on now with our live weekend calendar. Here that is.
This is Samantha with your Alive Weekend Calendar. DJ Godson, in connection with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the National Sports Authority, presents Jesus in the Park 242, featuring local and international gospel artists and live Jonkunu Rusho. Friday, October 4th at the National Stadium, 7 p.m. Shakespeare in Paradise 2019, Friday, October 4th to Saturday, October 12th at the Dundas Center for the Performing Arts. Visit shakespeareinparadise.org for more information. Sweat Fete, Saturday, October 5th, Goodman's Bay, West Bay Street, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Bahamas Historical Society and Museum. Saturday, October 5th at the Bahamas Historical Society and Museum, corner of Shirley Street and Elizabeth Avenue. Formal ceremony, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Open house, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. There will be fun, tours, talks, and entertainment. Admission is free. Soundwaves Festival for Dorian Relief, featuring Judah the Lion, Pineapple Down, Sasha the Duchess, Foreign Sound, and more. Saturday, October 5th at the Retreat, Village Road, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. All proceeds will go to the Bahamas National Trust and Rotary for hurricane relief. The National Sports Authority presents the Power of One Grand Concert, featuring over 30 of our nation's top artists and bands, along with artists from the region. Saturday, October 5th at the National Stadium, 2 p.m. until 100% of proceeds and relief donations will be donated. Atlantis Bahamas presents Eat Party in the Village. Food, drinks, live entertainment, and fun for the whole family. Saturday, October 5th, Marina Village, Atlantis, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's your Alive Weekend Calendar. To be included in the Alive Weekend Calendar, email us at kalbury@tclbahamas.com. Alive. Believe in best.
It's almost that time of year again, National Heroes Day, and the Foxhill Old Scholars Association will be having their own service on this particular day, a very special service indeed. Sandra Ferguson Roll is here once again, chairman of the Foxhill Old Scholars Association, and Barbara, I want to call her Barbara Slash Higgs because she holds so many positions within the association. Secretary, treasurer, pick one. Ladies, welcome back. It's been a year, another year.
Another year.
And we're doing it once again.
Yes, once again.
Once again. We were talking before we came on the segment about the origins of the association, which was almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago now.
Yes, 9 years ago.
You know, what was the thinking 9 years ago as to the need for something like this?
Well, because of the Foxhill community, everybody always looked down on Foxhill. And we just wanted to let them know we're vibrant, we're alert, we are very educated, top of the line people in the Foxhill area. And we always waiting for the government to do this and the government to do that. And we decided, you know, as a group to come together and recognize our own people.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you know, Foxhill, you know, I mean, it's always been, obviously, for me growing up in Foxhill, it's a special area. You know, we talk about this word communities. We still have it.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we still have it.
Yes.
You know, what despite the headlines, even today's headlines, you know, what is it that is just so significant about Foxhill, Mrs.?
Very special place for me. And I love people. I love helping people. So I just love to be in the Foxhill community. I like chatting with them, no matter what they look like.
Right.
You know, no matter what their behavior is. I would approach them because that's Fox Hill. I want to see Fox Hill succeed.
Yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, you were telling me, well, it was over 40 years ago when I was a young boy, you kind of recall.
That's right. You're all rolling those paper and searching, flicking it down. and I march up there and I spank you up. I didn't even know who they belonged to. Even though I rode in the car with them, I didn't see their faces.
But but that's it. I mean that speaks to the fact. I mean, obviously, it's a really tight knit community.
Yeah.
So again, National Heroes Day. We have the event coming up again. Speak a little bit to the event and what people can expect.
Okay, Heroes Day, because of Bishop J. Carl Ramming, we decided this year we're going to do in honor of J. Carl Ramming.
Okay.
And on that Monday, he will be ignited at Government House as one of the national heroes of the Bahamas. So therefore, our service have to be switched from that Monday to Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll be honoring all males on that Sunday afternoon, and then after the service, we're going to have a procession.
All right.
We're going to march around the parade and have a celebration afterwards.
Now, you decided to honor all males this year.
Yes.
Why?
Well, you know, so much male bashing about the men or the guys are not doing this and not doing that. And we have enough young men in the Fox Hill area, including yourself. You're one of our illustrious honorees, you know, that we'll be celebrating.
Yeah.
You know, we might not have much, but whatever we have, we want to let you know. We appreciate your service in the community as well as on the outside. You know, you're a renowned name. Everybody looks forward to Bahamas at sunrise, you know.
I appreciate it. I mean, obviously the consulars have done an excellent job over the years. You know, I say to anybody who even wants to hear, I mean, if you don't know, I'm from Fox Hill by now, you just ain't listening.
Yeah.
But you're right, you're absolutely right. You talk about the young men in particular.
Yes.
You know, for better or for worse at times, you know, there are some bad associations when it comes to Fox Hill, but that is just so far from the truth.
Yes.
And having events like this really speaks again to, I talk about it all the time and with Star again, you know, that community that we have.
Yes.
So that service is going to be on the 13th.
Yes, the 13th.
And what time and what else will be happening?
Okay, it's at 4 p.m. At St. Paul's Baptist Church.
Okay.
And we're going to be honoring, like I said, it's going to be 2 couples from the association who are very faithful. We're going to be honoring 2 couples, and it's going to be 4 other young men other than yourself who are involved in the Scouts Association, the Fox Hill Congos, and another community builder that we have there that we'll be honoring him as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's all males.
Excellent. I mean,
and young men.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's no names.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to share the names, that's fine. If not,
Tunde Davis, who's deeply involved with the Scouts. He is one of our
long
members.
time. I mean, we did it together, so
from way back.
Who are the other names?
Trevor Pratt.
Trevor Pratt is associated with the John Canoe.
Yeah, Congo.
Mr. and Mrs. Brady Hall. Yeah, the
Brayton
couples.
Clare,
Brayton Clare.
and his wife.
Okay.
And Jacob Bryce and his wife. They're both members of the Old Scholars.
Okay.
So every year we select someone from the group to recognize.
So this is open, obviously, to
the public and
to the public. Okay, so just come
Yeah,
and celebrate
just
with
come.
Fox
And
Hill.
the next is holidays, so you could just come and have a grand time in Fox Hill, because we're still a very tight-knitted community.
All right.
And we just like to love in Fox Hill.
No doubt about that.
That's it's all about love.
No doubt about that.
Yes, and our guest speaker this year is going to be our own Fox Hillian from the Church of God, Burnett Road.
Okay.
Yes, he's going to be our speaker. Daniel Hall.
Daniel Hall.
Yes.
Okay, well, great. Sounds like it's going to be a wonderful time.
Yes.
I'm certainly looking forward to
Yes,
it.
we're excited.
Family fellowship.
That's it, yes.
So there it is, the 9th year. Is this the
Yes.
9th edition of this particular award as well?
Yes, 9th edition.
Okay, so the Fox Hill Old Scholars Association. And when we say old scholars, we ain't talking...
But no old people, no young people. We want the young people to come as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you went through a school in Fox Hill, you're part, you're welcome.
Yeah. about it. Okay.
Students.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to it.
Yes.
Sandra Ferguson-Rowe,
Yes.
Chairman of the Fox Hill Old Scholars Association, and Barbara Slash-Eggs, Treasurer Secretary, all kinds of things. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Looking
Yeah,
forward
it's
to
a pleasure.
All right,
Again.
that's October 13th, Sunday, October 13th, 4 p.m.,
Yes,
St. Paul's Baptist Church.
Yes, that's it.
You're watching Bahamas at
Fox
Sunrise.
Hill.
We'll be right back.
This is Eddie, and Eddie's a change counter. This is Sean. Sean doesn't have to count change because when Sean purchases a plan with Alive, it's VAT inclusive. Keep things simple, just like Alive's all-new VAT-inclusive prepaid plans with more talk, more text, and even more data. So don't be an Eddie. Freedom simplified. Alive. Believe in best.
We get up early every morning to offer safe and dependable service. Where quality service is paramount. An excellent travel experience is priority. Connecting the islands of the Bahamas to the world. Bahamas Air. We don't just fly here, we live here.
Don't miss The Financial Voice, October 9th at 8 p.m. at the Harry C. Moore Library. The free event is being held under the theme Tourism and Jobs, a better future for all. Panelists include Carlton Russell, Kerry Fountain, Rupert Pinder, Chandler Sands, and Vaughn Moss. Our host is Carlos Mackey. Come join us or watch us live on cable channel 212.
Looking at me. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm really looking forward to this next segment. We're joined by the Nassau chapter of the Lynx, and they're here to talk to us about a shelter that they'll be building in Grand Bahama. And of course, if you've been waiting on an opportunity to help, this is that chance. You're able to take part in an event that will contribute significantly to improving the lives of Grand Bahamian citizens through this center. Very happy to welcome this morning Ms. Charlene Smith. She's the president of the Lynx and my good old neighbor from Freeport. Y'all know I love my Freeport people on the show, right? Christine Robinson, who's the chair of the Lynx Safe House. Ladies, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you. Good morning.
Listen, I'm so happy to have you and to know about the work that you're doing, the work that you've been doing through the Safe House here in Nassau, and what that's transferred into for Grand Bahama. But before we get into that, Charlene, could you just tell us a bit about the Lynx organization and who it is that you guys are in the world?
Oh, well, thank you very much, and thank you for having us. It is indeed a pleasure to speak to you this morning and to the Bahamas about the Lynx Incorporated. We are an organization of 16,000 professional women in the United States, in the Bahamas, and in the UK.
Okay.
The organization is a little over 70 years old, and 30 years ago, the Nassau chapter became the first chapter incorporated outside of the United States.
Okay.
And for until relatively recently, we were in fact the only chapter outside of the United States.
Okay.
And so we are quite pleased to 30 years later, to still be, we think, contributing positively to the Bahamian society. We work based on the two pillars of our organization, which are friendship and service.
Okay. All right, a beautiful thing, and I know some amazing Lynx. I've seen the work that they've done in the community over the years, and so we're very happy that you've joined us in this way. Your safe house here in Nassau was dedicated specifically to women, right?
Yes, and in fact it's a two-part service where we service a dormitory for young ladies who want to pursue tertiary education and need housing. So these are young ladies who come from the Family Island. And then there's a part where we serve women who are in situations where they need to have a safe haven. And so we have a crisis center and they stay in our safe house along with their children.
Okay, I didn't even know about the side for the dormitories for young women coming for school. So that's good. And now you've seen fit to create the space for the elderly in Grand Bahama. What led to that revelation and the determination that you would build a space there?
Well, we've established our safe house some 16 years ago, and so we realized that there was a need, particularly after the storm, for the elderly to have a safe place to be during hurricanes and even throughout the year. And so we decided that we would take the initiative of building a shelter for elderly persons equipped with ramps and to be able to properly, accommodate them.
That's good. I mean, our elderly, I have a special place in my heart for them, and I think we as a society should do more to honor them and celebrate them, right? They've paved the way for us to be here, and yet sometimes they are lacking in terms of facilities and opportunities. So this is exciting. But it won't only just be for the elderly. You guys are also considering some option for the community to be involved.
Absolutely. So we're going to build the shelter, but it's going to be used in the community as is needed.
Okay.
We particularly want it to be a shelter for the elderly during the hurricane season, but as the community needs it, it's going to be available to them.
Excellent, excellent. Now, in order for this to happen, you have to raise money.
We do.
So talk to me kind of about this gala that you have planned in order to celebrate links, but also to raise funds for this very important initiative.
Yes. Well, Star, it is, as you said, we do need to once again invite members of the public to support us in this initiative, and we are grateful for all of the support that we have received over the past 30 years. We do have an upcoming event. It's a gala benefit concert, and we loosely themed it on the words from the song When the Road Seems Rough by E. Clement Bethel. And so we know that right now that the road is rough, but that tomorrow is another day. And so during this time when there are so many people experiencing such difficulty, we wanted to have a night of hope. And we have planned what we think will be an uplifting and an inspiring evening. We are absolutely thrilled by the support that we have received from accomplished artists of many forms. And so we have Mr. John Cox. Let me just start with the beginning. Mr. John Cox is curating an art show for us. And that will feature up-and-coming young Bahamian artists who are being challenged to create pieces that really highlight the indomitable spirit of the Bahamian people. We move on into a concert which will feature poetry. We have an award-winning Jamaican poet, Miss Tanya Shirley, who's coming from Kingston, Jamaica, and she's been identified as not up and coming anymore, but she's really been identified as the voice of Caribbean poetry. Her work she's read on the BBC, been interviewed several times on the BBC. We have Bahamian Dr. Dion Cunningham, master pianist. Yes. Who is going to, I'm sure like the piano is just going to, probably never, like we've never heard before.
Amazing, yes.
And we have Courtney Spears. She is a professional dancer with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, and Courtney's Bahamian, and she's coming home to be a part of this evening, and we are absolutely delighted to have her.
Excellent.
And Joanne Callender. You know Joanne Callender.
She
can sing.
This is quite a lineup.
It is. And I'm going to ask Mrs. Robinson then to mention another act, which we're very excited about as well.
Yes, and so we're going to have Bishop Hezekiah Walker.
Oh, wow.
Who will be the headliner for the event.
Okay.
And we are really looking forward to having him there.
Yes.
And so it's going to be a time of praise and worship and giving thanks to God for, even though it was so devastating, he was merciful to us.
Yeah.
And so we want people to come out and just have a really good time, and truly, as we indicated, it's a night of hope. And so we're hopeful that despite what we went through, we're going to rebound, we're going to rebuild.
Certainly.
And so we need all hands on deck to make it happen.
And where can we get tickets for this awesome evening? When will it take place and where will it be?
Okay, so the event is going to be held on October 19th. It starts at 6:30 with the art section of the event, and then the concert starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
The tickets for the concert would be $50. Okay. And then we also have tickets at $150 for the art show as well as the concert.
Okay.
So if you don't want to participate in the art show, you can just come for the concert at $50.
All right. And this will take place where again?
October 19th at Bahamas.
At Bahamas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
October 19th at Bahamas. Obviously, the $150 will include that awesome art show, and you get to see so many of the beautiful pieces of inspiration. Or if that is out of budget at this time, for whatever reason, $50 for the concert featuring Hezekiah Walker, which I know is just going to be phenomenal.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Yes.
And I'll just mention it's an art show and a reception.
Okay.
And so, there will be an opportunity to I think, just to see other people, for us to encourage and uplift each other in a beautiful setting.
Excellent. And can we contact and need the links for tickets?
Absolutely. So any of our Link sisters will have tickets, as well as we have
at Cash and Go Bahamas.
Cash and Go.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and of course for taking this initiative on. We really appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Pleasure
you very
being
much.
here.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Hi, I'm Davrielle, and welcome to Rev Tips, where we answer your most important Rev service questions. Today's question is, how do I set up a Rev My account? It's super easy. To create a Rev My account, simply visit www.cablebahamas.com and click the My Account icon. Next, select the Create Account option. Please have a copy of your latest statement on hand. Enter the information as it appears on the statement to the respective areas on the form. When you've finished, click Create Account to continue with the process. Once you've registered your account, you can use your username and password to check your account balance, view past statements, and pay your bill online. And that's your Rev Tip for this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us next time.
Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. We hope that you enjoyed our extended show today.
I did.
I did too.
So Joan and Margaret and Brenda was, downstairs just saying how lovely you look this morning. And everything was just popping just right, and sitting there all jealous. But I understand.
I'm not a Fox Hill gal.
Star.
But, I sit next to a Fox Hill man, so the glow
singing
comes
that song all morning. I want a Fox Hill gal. Anyway.
Listen, you guys make it a wonderful and safe weekend. We'll be back with more on Monday.